If you need help tracking down Veronica, I can be of assistance, period. She has been super busy running around, as you can imagine, period. I've attached a flyer for the post. Okay. To the fair. And welcome inside the Mike's Fitness Equipment studio here at Teen Vision TV 16. It's the Inland Sports Show. My name is Pep Fernandez. Appreciate you tuning in every single Wednesday night, 6 o'clock, as we cover everything across the Inland Empire. And yes, it is playoff time in the CIF Southern Section postseason for basketball, for water polo, for soccer. Wrestling's already a couple rounds into not only their team duels, but individual. So there's a lot going on right now. Plus, on top of all that, California Baptist and UC Riverside basketball playing at a very high level. And now we're going into the baseball season, and that's where we start tonight's Inland Sports Show. We go inside the Lancers, presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling, as we catch up with the CBU baseball team and their skipper, Gary Adcock. The Riverside native led California Baptist to a WAC regular season title, the Western Athletic Conference Championship, in their first year in Division I. It was a three-way tie for first place, but nevertheless, a regular season conference championship in the WAC, which they won on the final day of the regular season. So you can say now the Lancers are no longer flying under the radar. We all know about CBU baseball. We know they're going to be good again. They lost a lot of key players, but they will be back. Let's go inside the Lancers, presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling with CBU baseball skipper Gary Adcock. Stadium on the campus of California Baptist University. A very special Inside the Lancers presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling as we get you all set for another upcoming edition of CBU Baseball. Coach Adcock here joining us, and the season is now upon us, and as the defending WAC champion, I guess you're not going to surprise anybody. Everyone knows who the Lancers are by now, I guess.
Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do. We still got 6 days left. Don't start me too soon. We've got some things we got to shore up as we get ready for the opener here next Friday night.
Coach, let's go back to that first year at Division I, and you guys were able to get a piece of that WAC championship, the conference championship, on the final game of the year. How big was that for this program right out of the gate? I mean, year number one to hang a conference championship up.
Well, you know, it's something we aspired to. We knew that it was going to be a daunting task. There were going to be places we had never played and things we had never experienced before. And I think the ebbs and flows of the season, we kind of rode them out. And then at the end, we did something special, beating New Mexico Frisco State on their home field, which they hadn't lost a series all year, and it was a great culmination to a very productive first season.
You know, that first year was so great. Now what does the expectations feel like now going into year number 2 based on all the success that you guys had last year?
And our own expectations are high, and our expectations of our administration and university, rightly so, are high as well. And so it's not going to diminish what we're shooting for in year 2, but it is, you know, it's going to be intriguing and interesting. We got gutted out of our pitching staff, and we lost the middle of our lineup. So there's a lot of names I think Lancer fans haven't heard yet that are going to make their own statement this year and kind of pick that torch up where last year's group left off.
I know there are some guys coming back, Playa, Glenn, Castillo, some of the names that we're going to hear again this year. But again, let's do some name dropping. Yeah. You did lose a lot of guys. Who were the guys this year you're expecting to step up?
Well, our rotation's going to, right now we're cycling through 5 guys. Brett Fennell from Woodcrest Christian, Brian Pope, who was a long reliever for us last year, Christian Culpepper, a freshman from Rancho Cucamonga, and Mason McGarvey, who was a reliever for us last year. The only one with experience on the starting core is Chris Barisa. So Chris will start opening night, and then the rest of those guys will cycle through potential starters. And then we moved George Valerio to a closer role and met with Matt Amrine and George Valerio at the backside. We're comfortable with that. But the middle of the lineup, we're hoping Ulysses Caballero from RCC can kind of pick up Ryan Moda's torch, and we're hoping that, you know, Julian Alvarez and David Martin, a couple key freshmen, one from Yucaipa, one from Chino Hills, can pick up where we left off. And then we added Andrew Gerardo and Kyle Oyama, who had season-ending injuries last year, and they're coming back to give us depth in the middle infield and at second base. And Damon Keith, Jeff Brunchen's part-time players last year are going to play every day, and they've had a phenomenal fall and winter. And Harrison Spahn and John Glenn have been our most productive hitters as well. So a lot of familiar names, but some new names with some local guys that a lot of our Inland Empire people will recognize those names.
All right, Coach, let's take a look at this upcoming schedule, especially before you get to conference play, because you've got some big names coming up on the schedule. Why don't you talk about that as well?
Yeah, it's different than last year. Last year we had all those snow schools come in that were coming in.
East Coast and Midwest.
Yeah, they were coming in off the cold, and I think they didn't know who we were, and we were ready to go, and maybe they hadn't been outside, and we were able to start off 9-0 or whatever we did. This year it's the opposite. We're actually going to the cold. We're going to Northern California, and we're going to open with Pacific. We're going to take a trip to Reno. Those are great ballparks and great clubs, but not typical places people like to go earlier in the year, because those clubs are very good at those places and the weather's kind of difficult. So I think it's really challenging our road series early, and obviously our home opener versus UCR will be an electric game here with the fireworks show and Coach Percival and his son potentially throwing that night with all the draft hype. And it's going to be a fun opening few weeks for sure.
Hey, Coach, finally, I don't know if I've ever actually asked you this, but you're a Riverside guy. You're managing Division I college baseball in your own backyard. I mean, is this the dream? I feel like you're living the dream right now.
Isn't it though? A lot of fans, baseball fans, might not know this name, but Skip Bertman was a longtime coach at LSU and won a lot of titles in Division I. And I always aspired, to be a Division I head coach, and I was going to be the next Skip Bertman. And then the Lord had a different plan for my life, and I went a different direction. Went to CBU at the time, and we were NAIA. But man, God can take those things full circle and make your dream just happen in His time, not your time. And here we are 18 years later, and I didn't need to move. It is my hometown. I love Riverside and the Inland Empire and what people do here, and we get to represent one of the Division I baseball teams in town.
Well, it was a great first year at Division I. Now you go to your second year at the Division I level. Coach, best of luck this season. Always appreciate the time.
All right.
That's Gary Adcock, the skipper here for the Lancers on a very special Inside the Lancers presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling.
And that was out there at the California Baptist Alumni game this past Saturday. A little bit later in this show, we will catch up with former CBU pitcher Tyson Miller, who's now in the Chicago Cubs organization. Last year, he was at AAA Iowa, trying to break into that big league roster. This could be the year that we see Tyson Miller on the mound at Wrigley Field. And it's also worth noting that Tyson Miller is the highest drafted CBU baseball player. So he went in the 4th round to the Chicago Cubs. I think it was 2 years ago now, but he is all-time. He is the highest drafted player out of CBU, and now he's on the verge of becoming the second Lancer to make it to the big leagues. Trevor Oakes was the first, another pitcher from out of CBU who was a 7th-round pick. And also, you heard it from Gary Adcock, on the road to open up the season at Pacific, and then their home opener on Friday, February 21st against UC Riverside. That'll be a huge series against the Highlanders and the Lancers going up against one another, and another version of the Crosstown Showdown. That will be the home opener, UCR and CBU. So that's Inside the Lancers, presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling. When we come back, some high school baseball. We will check in with the head coach at Yucaipa High School, Ralph Grajeda. He has the Thunderbirds back on top, the highest ranked team here in the Inland Empire. So we'll check in with Coach Grajeda when we come back on the Inland Sports Show.
What's going on, guys? This is Ray Bass from Boost Performance Training. You're watching the Inland Sports Show with the one and only Pep Fernandez.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. Spoil yourself and your car at Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. They have all of your sporting gear needs, Letterman's jackets, and team uniforms. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports are going to Boost Performance Training in Corona. Mike's Fitness Equipment. Check out the new storeroom on La Cadena. Quality fitness equipment at affordable prices. Mike's Fitness Equipment. And JoJo's Grill-A-Dog, located in the Mountain Grove Shopping Center in Redlands. Let's be frank, not all dogs are created equal. JoJo's Grill-A-Dog.
I'm busy. I got things to do. But I really need an oil change. I just need something fast and affordable. Well, I'm right off the 91 at Arlington. Let's go check out Spoiled. And they even got a 10-minute oil change special. I love it.
And then lastly, how do you
Stickers up, lights reset on day 1.
Okay, looks like you're all set.
Have a good one.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it.
Thanks for everything.
Spoiled, quick, quality oil change right off the 91 freeway at Arlington.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taking care of whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, you know. We have customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time. And then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. We just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
Inland Sports.
Man, all those Dodger fans who, once Major League Baseball free agency started, Dodger fans were like, man, man, we're not doing anything. All these teams are signing these guys and getting their teams like better and bigger and stronger and adding all-stars for next year. The Dodgers are doing nothing. The Dodgers waited for just one day to explode, and I think they got better than everybody else on one single day.
Wow. You're right.
As good as they've been the last couple of years, which includes a couple trips to the World Series, the Dodgers are setting themselves up to be the best team for the next decade.
Yeah. Wow.
That's because there's a lot of young guys, homegrown guys too, former Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, guys that are coming up through the system. You add guys like Mookie Betts, who's not really that old. I think he's 28 maybe?
Only could be true.
Wow.
In baseball.
Riverside's own Dusty Baker was named the new manager of the Houston Astros.
Nice.
So Dusty Baker, a Riverside guy, went to Riverside Poly and all that. So see if he can clean things up, I guess you could say, with the Astros.
Sports.
Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
And welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio here at Teen Vision TV 16. My name is Pep Fernandez. This is the Inland Sports Show, and we are going right in to the high school baseball season here in the Inland Empire. And you can make a case that maybe the top program the last couple of years has been the Yucaipa Thunderbirds. Join us live. It looks like there he is in the dugout, the skipper of the T-Birds, Ralph Grajeda. Coach, how are you doing today? It's good to see you.
Hey, we're doing really good. We're excited to open up the season this weekend at Marietta Valley, and we're just getting ready for it.
Coach, when you look back at these past two seasons with you at the helm at Yucaipa High School, a Division II CIF championship, a great run in Division I last year, what are kind of the expectations for this team because you've had so much success so fast?
We understand, the types of kids that we lost last year, but we had a really good fall. A lot of kids step up and develop. There's a lot of good young players here. We have several Division I commits, and the future's bright here. We had really good going at the Austin Grill, which is one of the biggest Thanksgiving tournaments. We got to the semifinals of that. We got to the semifinals of the Palm Desert Classic as well, playing some top-notch programs. We saw the LA Times top 25, and we had success with 7 of those programs listed in preseason. And I like what we're doing. We've got some really good players, some really good seniors, and we feel it's not going to be a reload; it's going to be a reload. So we're pretty excited about it. We're going to be good for a couple, 2-3 years now.
So going back to last year, Coach, obviously a great senior class helped you get to the Division I semifinals last year. But let's do some name dropping. Who are the guys this year that's going to continue this tradition that has been continued at Yucaipa High School with such an excellence, a high level of baseball?
Sure. So we have a 3-year letterman, Bradley Heacock, right-handed pitcher that's been our reliever, our spot starter for the last 2 years since he's been a sophomore. He threw really well at the Board Classic last year against La Mirada. He is our number one. He's done a great job. He's beaten some really good games in the fall. He's a Western College commit. We have a freshman, a really special freshman, Owen, and he's a right-hander to 88, 89. He's already to Vanderbilt and UCLA. He's our number 2. He's going to be good for a long time. Jordan Andrade is our shortstop this year. He's been our starting second baseman the last 2 years. One of the better hitters in the section. We're really excited about. Also a returner that we have. He's played first base for us. He can catch for us. He can play third. He can close. He's going to Grand Canyon University. And then we have several really good young players coming up. The third baseman, that's a sophomore, Jacob Reimer. He's to Cal State Fullerton. We have a shortstop that is going to play second base for us, and then move over to short his senior year, and that's Caden Huber. He's committed to USC. And we just have some really good players. We got a reserve role player for us that's really developed in the 2-spot for us in the outfield, Dawson Calapaca. He's a senior outfielder that's going to go to Cal State San Bernardino, and we have some really special players. We're young, but we're pretty good. I like what we have. We have another right-hander who's a sophomore, threw really well in the Board Classic as well, named Wyatt Doty. He just committed to Cal State Fullerton. And then we have a center fielder, Chase Antion, that's really special in the outfield, a freshman catcher, 6'2", 190, and Luke Shear, and he's doing a great job and getting some attention. So we feel we're going to continue to develop and just get our kids prepared for the league and for the season.
Well, Coach, we're going to
CIF Southern. We're going to keep doing the same stuff on our end. So.
Well, Coach, the CIF Southern Section unveiled the playoff divisions for this upcoming year. And, of course, you guys were in Division I. That's not a surprise. But what they do is they rank all the schools in the Southern Section. And if my memory serves me correctly, I think you guys were number 4 overall amongst all the schools in the Southern Section. That's really high. I mean, that's great. But do you feel like now there's a target on your back because of that ranking, because of the past 2 seasons, that people are, obviously you're not flying under the radar. People are aware of Yucaipa High School now and how good you guys are playing.
I think the biggest thing is we're going to play opponents and get into tournaments that we feel that's best for us. That's going to develop our program. I think you get better by playing games and very good opponents, and that's a byproduct of that. I saw the power rankings. We have had an opportunity to play some special teams and some special programs and coaches, and so we understand. Last year we did not fly under the radar, and this year we don't expect the same thing. In the fall, we're seeing everybody number 1, so we're excited about it. It helps us get better, helps us prepare. We're Division I in the Southern Section. That's saying something. It's a very special section in high school baseball for sure.
And, Coach, finally, what do you think your team has to do well throughout non-league play and then obviously into the Citrus Belt League season? What do you think you have to do well to kind of set yourself up to make a Division I playoff run? What do you guys have to do well? What are the keys to this season?
I've been a coach that's been about pitching and defense wherever I've gone, and then running an offense. And that means just getting guys over, wearing a dose, all those kinds of things, and being really, really tough at bats. And we've been able to do that this fall. The kids have bought in. There's good energy. Work real hard. They've bought in. So I like what we're doing. I want to make a plug here. We have some new coaches here on the varsity level, and one of the coaches is a good friend of mine, Chris Walters. He was the pitching coach and head coach at Chaffey College and also College of the Desert, and he's transitioned to become a high school teacher. And we got him as a pitching coach. He's done such a tremendous job with us. Our pitchers have gotten way better with his knowledge and his teaching. So that's been a big pick for us. We're going to continue to do the same things, great defense and pitch, and then tough at bats. Just get after it.
Well, Coach, I enjoy talking to you. I appreciate your time. I know you're going to open up Saturday against Marietta Valley, so the season is here. So I'll let you get back to work, but we do appreciate your time, and hopefully we can do this again soon.
Absolutely. And as always, thanks for having us, thinking about Yucaipa Baseball. Thanks again. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Coach. That's Ralph Grajeda, the skipper, the head coach at Yucaipa High School, to join us here on the Inland Sports Show. And again, Yucaipa, of all the teams in the Southern Section, you can count the Trinity League, all those big-time Orange County schools. Yucaipa comes in at number 4, which I know it's the preseason, and that's where they rank them to start the year. It matters where you finish at the end, but coming off a run to the semifinals in Division I a year ago, Yucaipa earned it to be number 4 to go into this year in Division I. And the T-Birds look like they're going to make another strong case to maybe pull out a CIF Southern Section championship. There's a couple other schools out here in the Inland Empire that think they might have a shot at a CIF Southern Section championship. We caught up with them at Big 8 League Media Day, and we got some video from this. It was at Boost Performance Training in Corona with the one and only Ray Bass, and it was a great time out there as all 6 of the Big 8 League schools came out. So next week, it'll be a very special Inland Sports Show because it'll be our Big 8 League baseball preview. We will hear from all of the teams, the coaches, some of the star players from the Big 8 League as we all gathered at Boost Performance Training in Corona to kind of size up their upcoming season. I think we have a little bit of video of the interviews we were doing last night, and we did them in alphabetical order from Centennial, to Corona, to King, to Norco, to Roosevelt, to Santiago, so we could make sure everyone had a chance to weigh in on their season, because we've got 3 Division I teams from the Big 8 League, and that would be Norco and King and Corona. So they're going to be thrown in the same mix as Yucaipa, as we just saw. And if Johnny, if you got the video from the Big 8, yeah, there we go. So they're going to be right in the mix with Yucaipa. In fact, we could see a, Yucaipa versus King playoff matchup, or Corona or Norco. That would be fantastic. But all the teams were there. They all got to chime in on their season, the players to watch, and just the Big 8 League is an absolute meat grinder. They eat their own. You are not going to go undefeated in the land of the Big 8. You probably won't even have 1 or 2 losses. You could win the Big 8 League seriously with 3 or 4 losses because the competition is so good, and on any given day the first place team could be upset by the last place team. Every single one of these teams are good, and again, just get into the playoffs and then anything can happen. So like, for example, Centennial's Division 4. If Centennial can just get to the playoffs, Santiago is Division 3. If you can just get to the playoffs, you're going to have a chance to make a run all the way to that championship game. But again, you have to survive the Big 8 League, which maybe the Big 8 League and the Trinity League in Orange County, the 2 top leagues for high school baseball. I know some people might make a case for the Southwestern League or some other leagues out there, but Big 8 League, no doubt a very high level of baseball. So next week, the Inland Sports Show will be a Big 8 League baseball preview special, so I hope you will join us for that. When we come back, we are going to get our very first look at the 2020 Centennial High School football schedule. It's out. We got it when we come back on the Inland Sports Show.
96.7 KCal Rocks. What's up? It's Patrick and 40. Hey, man, you're watching the Inland Sports Show right here. Make sure you check out Pep, man. It's Inland Sports with Pep, but he's on every Monday and Thursday morning with Sports with Pep, man. You guys rock!
What I think separates Boost from a lot of other performance gyms out there is really our attention to detail with our athletes. We have small group sessions, whether it's speed or strength training, by CSCS coaches, so you're getting collegiate level coaches in small group setting, and it really gives us an opportunity to build an intimate relationship with our athletes, really make sure they're hitting their goals. I know all my athletes by name. It's a real family-like environment. We're a tight-knit gym with expert coaching, but we like it that way because we want to ensure that all of our athletes are getting better, all of our athletes are moving forward. So it's definitely not easy. We push our athletes, we have fun, but if you're the kind of athlete that likes to be pushed and you want to get better, you care about results, you got to come check us out.
Riverside. Just opened up our new location off the 91 in Arlington in Riverside. Come check us out and get spoiled for a change.
I can't say because Tommy.
Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show here at the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. My name is Pep Fernandez. Appreciate the whole team at Teen Vision TV 16 behind the scenes making this happen because there's so much to talk about every single week. So we love to come in studio and share that with you. And what I was really excited about this week, and I was waiting for it, the Centennial High School football schedule for 2020. And of course, it didn't disappoint. You know, they always have these great games on the schedule. Let's go ahead and take a look at that right now as the Huskies. And most importantly, I guess you could say, look at the non-league, because we know who they're going to play in the land of the Big Eight, right? But the non-league schedule looks like this. They're going to play Mater Dei at home in the season opener. Right here, yeah, in Corona at Husky Stadium. So it'll be Mater Dei and Centennial. That is August 21st. It's going to get cracking between the Monarchs and the Huskies. And that's how we're going to start out the year. Unbelievable. Then it's going to be Cathedral Catholic. We need some paybacks against Cathedral Catholic. Cathedral Catholic beat Centennial down in the San Diego area last year, but now they're going to come up here to Corona. Then they've got St. Francis Academy as part of the Honor Bowl on September 4th. Then at J. Sarah on September 11th. And finally, guess who's back? It's the Jackrabbits. Long Beach Poly on September 18th. And once again, that is another battle at home in Corona. So think about those teams coming to Corona to play Centennial on their home field. Long Beach Poly, Mater Dei, and Cathedral Catholic. Unbelievable schedule for the Huskies, and we're always excited about it. They always put together a good one, although it is tough to schedule teams to play Centennial, especially on their home field, Husky Stadium. But man, that's a fantastic 2020 schedule for Matt Logan and the Huskies. All right, speaking of the land of the Big Eight, we're going to our spoiled slick play of the week. And yes, it is from the land of the Big Eight, but not from football, but from football, soccer, right? Here it is, our spoiled slick play of the week from Santiago. Boys soccer, your Big Eight league champions, and check out this free kick. Cooper Clark on the kick and Dominic Borucki, the header on the other end on the set piece. The Sharks with a 2-2 draw against King, and that would help them secure the Big Eight League Championship. That is our spoiled slick play of the week, and what a fantastic goal. Best of luck to the Sharks. They are taking on Northwood tonight in the Division III Southern Section playoffs. So best of luck to Coach Sierra and the guys. Man, that was a fantastic goal. I'm a soccer guy. I can appreciate that. That was a fantastic goal. That's our spoiled slick play of the week. Now we're talking about soccer, and then we go right into our Kin Sporting Goods must-see game this week because the soccer playoffs are upon us, and we've got a great girls matchup. Let's take a look at our Kin Sporting Goods must-see game. Comes up tomorrow on Thursday as Roosevelt will travel to Paloma Valley in the Division II playoffs. Two local teams. Two of the top programs in the area. Man, this is a battle in Division II as Roosevelt and Paloma Valley will get together. The winner will advance in Division II. It's our Kin Sporting Goods must-see games. So many great games happening on the hardwood on the soccer pitch this week in the CIF Southern Section playoffs, and a lot of them featuring all local matchups. For example, Beaumont is playing Hillcrest in boys basketball. So many great local Inland Empire battles, but we're going with that one. Roosevelt and Paloma Valley girls soccer, our Kin Sporting Goods must-see game of the week. All right, we're going to go back to the baseball diamond. We told you we were out there for California Baptist Alumni Day out there at Topman Stadium on the diamond. Had a chance to catch up with former CBU baseball star Tyson Miller, the highest drafted player out of CBU. Fourth-round pick to the Chicago Cubs. He made it all the way to AAA Iowa last year, and now he is on the verge of making it to the big leagues. He's going to report to spring training this week down in Arizona, hoping to earn a spot on that big league roster with the Cubs. Here's our exclusive interview with Tyson Miller.
Inland Sports.
Here with former CBU Lancer Tyson Miller, and Tyson, you must have some fond memories of the mound in this stadium, right?
Oh yeah, it was pretty fun out here, and it's a great weekend to see all the guys again because everyone's doing adult stuff now and living their own lives.
Speaking of adult stuff, you're trying to latch on, obviously, with the Chicago Cubs at the big league level. You've skyrocketed through the minor league system. What's kind of your goals for this upcoming year?
Just stay healthy, have a good spring training. I know talking with Tommy Howe to be our pitching coach. We got a plan going into the spring training. Hopefully try and break with the team, but just stay healthy and have a good spring training.
When does spring start? I assume it's right around the corner now, right?
Yeah, I report Wednesday. That's when pitchers, catchers report for our physicals, blood work, all that stuff, and then first workout.
Are you anxious? Are you just ready to get out there and show them what you got?
Oh yeah, I've been living out in Scottsdale since October after season, so being out there, I just want the season to start. It's gonna be a big one.
Tyson, let me ask you, how has professional baseball treated you, knowing what you learned here at CBU? Did it help you along the way? Were there tips that Coach Adcock passed along? Was it maybe the way he ran the program or the level of competition that you saw? I'm sure it helped you along the way somewhere through that minor league system, right?
Yeah, it was dealing with adversity, especially. I mean, sometimes we just weren't playing our best. I had to learn to be a team player. Like in high school, it was a little different, and then every level you get higher, you're going to deal with the better hitters, and especially pro ball, it's the better hitters there. But here, they worry about they don't worry about the result, and so you can make a good pitch, guy hits the ball well, nothing you can do about that. You made a good pitch, and he really helped me focus on not worrying about the result and worry about that I made a pitch, I can control what I can control.
Tyson, best of luck this season. Hoping to see you at Wrigley Field sometime this year.
Hope so too.
All right, that's Tyson Miller. Tyson, we appreciate the time. Best of luck.
Inland Sports.
All right, that was the great Tyson Miller in the Chicago Cubs organization. Had a chance to catch up with him again at CBU this past Saturday. He's reporting to spring training with the Cubs this week down in Arizona. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, it's a huge game for UC Riverside men's basketball tonight as they take on first place UC Irvine. We'll preview that matchup, and we have our Mike's Fitness Equipment Athlete of the Week to pass along. We'll be right back on the Inland Sports Show.
The Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. Spoil yourself and your car at Spoiled. Kin Sporting Goods. They have all of your sporting gear needs, Letterman's jackets, and team uniforms. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Athletes of all levels and all sports are going to Boost Performance Training in Corona. Mike's Fitness Equipment. Check out the new storeroom on La Cadena. Quality fitness equipment at affordable prices. Mike's Fitness Equipment. And JoJo's Gorilla Dog, located in the Mountain Grove Shopping Center in Redlands. Let's be frank, not all dogs are created equal. JoJo's Gorilla Dog.
The overtime program is really where it all started. So it's a complete off-season program where we do strength training, speed training, we do nutrition prepping. We offer our athletes supplements at the end. It has everything you need. We track progress, we track their weights, we do performance testing. It's really everything you need to prepare for your upcoming season. It's a great program. We've had a lot of great athletes get involved in it, and we're going to be rolling it out again this January. This is the most important part of the off-season. You know, if you're really need to get better, you really need to improve, you got to put the time in. And I mean, to get stronger, to get faster, it takes time. Well, you can definitely visit our website at www.boosttrainingsystems.com. You can come check us out at 500 Harrington Street, Suite C1. Check out the Boost Performance Center, or you can contact us directly at 951-532-3903. Just send us a text.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taking care of whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, you know. customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time, and then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. We just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
What's up, everybody? Don't forget, there's 2 Spoiled locations now. I'm at the brand new one right off the 91 freeway at Arlington. You can spoil yourself. You can spoil your car. You come in here, 10 minutes, you're in and you're out. You're back on the road. Go check out Spoiled, local business, locally owned and operated. And they've got the location off the 215 freeway at Alessandro. And this one, the brand new one here off of the 91 at Arlington.
I felt spoiled. It was great. I got in easy. I mean, the price was the best. The price is just helped me out. And what I really enjoyed about it is that they explained to me what was going on today. And I feel like when I walked out of here, I just felt so special. I said I had a new boyfriend. His name is Spoiled.
You got your flower.
And I got
yeah.
Welcome back to the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio. It's the Inland Sports Show.
And let's wrap it up like this here on the Inland Sports Show. Welcome back inside the Mike's Fitness Equipment Studio here at Teen Vision TV 16. Jeff Gorham, not here. He's in Italy. So what does that mean? It means I will be on the call by myself for UC Riverside taking on UC Irvine tonight. I'll have the play-by-play action, and it's a big one for the Highlanders taking on the first place Anteaters. If you look at the Big West Conference standings right now, you've got UC Irvine in first, you've got Hawaii in second, and then you've got about 6 teams in the middle of the conference within a game of each other, and that's where you find UC Riverside. So an important game for the Highlanders tonight because it's an absolute madhouse in the Big West Conference. We're going to have some separation by the time we get to the end of the season of who's going to finish in the upper half of the Big West Conference standings. But right now, it's anybody's guess. Irvine and Hawaii are at the top. We know that. Long Beach State is at the bottom. But in the middle, again, about a game separates 6 different teams. It's unbelievable. I haven't seen anything like it. It's a madhouse. So that's why we love the Big West Conference. So tonight, 7 o'clock, I'll be on the call for UC Riverside taking on UC Irvine live on Big West TV and GoHighlanders.com. And speaking of hoops, let's go to our Mike's Fitness Equipment Athlete of the Week. And this guy can ball out. He's only a junior, but Great Oak guard Damian Adame is our Mike's Fitness Equipment Athlete of the Week. Get this. Not only did Great Oak win the Southwestern League Championship with a perfect 10-0 record, but the Wolfpack won a school record 18 straight games as they go into the playoffs this week. And Adame was a huge reason why. 20 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 2 steals per game in Southwestern League play. And again, Great Oak 18 in a row as they go into the playoffs and your Southwestern League champion. And we all know the Southwestern League can ball out. That is a great league for high school basketball. So congratulations to Damian Adame from Great Oak, our Mike's Fitness Equipment Athlete of the Week. Well, my name is Pep Fernandez. We're going to wrap things up. I'll see you tonight out at the SRC Arena for UC Riverside taking on UC Irvine. And then Thursday night, I'll be on the call for California Baptist taking on Westcliff University, a non-conference matchup coming up for the Lancers. So the college basketball season really getting juicy here locally in Riverside and the Inland Empire. For all our friends here at Teen Vision TV 16 behind the scenes, can't thank them enough. My name is Pep Fernandez. Jeff, get back home safely, and we'll see you next time for our Big 8 League Baseball special right here on the Inland Sports Show. We'll see you next time.